Roll Up to Win is back at Tim Hortons. Get rolling on the Tim's app for a chance to win.
There it is, Monday morning. Actually, a beautiful morning out there.
Sunrise looks good.
You're watching Breakfast Television. Don Chubay, Devo Brown here. Sid off on a little extended weekend. He'll be back on Wednesday.
He was out Friday night with us, so you know.
So he can't. So what you're saying is he can't handle.
No, I've noticed this.
Yes.
And maybe you have at home as well. When he says he's at an event or he posts on social media he's at an event, that Monday,
Always.
he's not here.
He's worked out the sweet deal.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart guy.
For sure.
Needs a little extra rest. I get it.
And it was a busy weekend, and it was the snowmageddon was a big problem for a lot of people, even just from a standpoint of do I go out, do I not go out, and then there's the aftermath.
That's it. So 22 to 30 centimeters, unless you're Tammie's mom, 39 centimeters.
Yes, she had the meter stick out, right?
That's it, right across. Who was that? She insists, 39 centimeters, of course, she said. Look, a lot of people found themselves digging out and having to shovel Saturday morning, but look at this on TikTok. The neighbors and their petty snow etiquette. Watch this video and let us know what you think.
How do you tell neighbors in Canada hate each other? I should do the same. I like my neighbor.
Okay, I know when you use the automated voices, that one was a creepy one, though.
Yes.
I like my neighbor. I am the Batman. Tam, Frankie, Steph, we'll bring you guys into this one. You see that little line in there. What do you think about that etiquette? And whose fault? Who do you blame for that, Steph?
Oh, me first. Okay, well, because I do live in a house where we share a driveway. But you know, that middle part, it's like, it's in a place where nobody can park there anyways. And I feel like the last person to go out to shovel should be responsible for getting rid of that part, because you know you shovel as much as you can on your side of the driveway, and then you know, first come, first serve. So you gotta maybe bite the bullet and shovel that bit, or leave it, because it's not gonna affect anyone.
Frankie, petty or just leave it? What do you think?
So first off, with the 39 centimeters, it was quite windy on Friday. So with some of the drifts, they could be 39 centimeters.
That's
so
fair.
Don't listen
Tammie's
to my
mom
mom.
could totally be totally correct. There's no problem that's there. Leaving a little bit is petty, but let's just say that the first person that goes out and shovels, when they push the snow, they push it on the other side, right? So then you're like, hey, you just pushed all that snow on my side, and then you go to shovel, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna give a little bit of that back. And yeah, there's probably more to the story there. You can tell the neighbors probably, there's some stuff going on. There's a story behind that little line in the sand.
Tam, that's some drama.
Yeah, that little line says so much.
Oh my
it
goodness.
says so much
Maybe
about
I'm petty.
that relationship. I think that I agree with Steph. The last person to be out there shoveling should just clear the line, because it's a line. Like, it's no big deal. Do it. But the fact they didn't, there's something there. I know, and I don't want to out anyone, so I'll just say, I know some neighbors in a neighborhood of a family member where they also share a driveway, and what they've done is I laugh when I say it, they put up like a little wrought iron fence in between the two driveways.
Like a little baby fence?
Yeah, like a little
property
baby
line.
fence, like a property line.
Wow.
But it's because it wasn't always there. It's because there was a little something, and that line, I tell you, it says a lot. It says a lot. Yeah.
Line in the sand.
Don Chubay,
Yeah, okay.
not a lot of snow happens in Vancouver where you live, but you have something to tell us.
Yeah, I mean, when we first moved out to Ontario, and now we live kind of condo life, but I'm going to take it to a little bit of a different direction, because what we had was a situation where my husband and I were going to be going away to Palm Springs for a couple of weeks, and we politely asked our neighbor, who, by the way, we're very neighborly with, would have no problem shoveling walks and doing whatever, and we said, hey, can you just keep an eye, if there's any major snowstorms, can you just take care of it so it looks like the house is lived in, because the last thing you want is to look like you have a vacant house. No problem, no problem. He's got kids. I mean, when I was a kid, we shoveled the people's walks. That was part of the duties as a kid. Yeah. We come back from our vacation, which is in the evening, and the snow drifts were taller than us. And so fresh off of a vacation, can't even drive into the driveway. My husband is out there shoveling. So now, if it was just to end there, no problem. as a result, we ended up hiring a snow removal service just because we never wanted to encounter this again. So several, weeks later, when our neighbors were going away on vacation, they politely knocked on the door and said, "Hey, we noticed you've got a snow removal, company coming. We're going away. Do you think maybe that we could tag on to that after they've done your driveway, since they're there anyway, and just go ahead and do ours?" And we're like, I don't think it quite works like that. It's not like, if you wouldn't do it for us as neighbors, why would a company who gets paid to do one driveway go ahead and tackle the neighborhood? So that's different level, but still, neighborly etiquette, I still hold a grudge if it's not obvious.
I 100% would have been like, well, yeah, I hired them after, we were on vacation and my driveway was full of... Yeah, because I would want a response. You're really going to ask me when you can do the same for me? That's weird. That's bold. That's interesting. It is.
I would have just said... I would have said, "Hey, we got ya," and then done nothing. Done the same thing they did to you.
Yeah, I got your back. I prefer the passive-aggressive route, but I
got your back. Frankie, you have a snowblower. Tam, you have a snowblower as well. We'll leave it at this. We got about a minute here. Do you feel obligated to do more of the snow removal because you have a snowblower in the neighborhood?
I'm going to tell you a lesson.
No. Yeah.
You go ahead, Tam, and then I'll tell you my lesson I learned this weekend.
No, I don't do the snow blowing. It's Otis, and I don't feel obligated. I wouldn't at all, and neither does he. However, because we are friendly with our neighbors and we help each other out, not like Don's former neighbor there, we actually help each other out, and so absolutely you go and do it if they're in a bind. But I don't think that if someone's shoveling way down the road and you don't know them and it's not, you guys aren't really close and it's not that much snow, do you really have to go over there with your snowblower? No, I don't think so.
All right, last stop, Frankie.
So I've done many driveways with my snowblowers. I've cut many lawns as well. And this weekend I arrived home at 1 o'clock on Saturday, and my driveway wasn't done. So neighbors, I got ya.
Ooh, Frankie ain't bitter? Not at all. I like it. All right, thank you guys, and good luck out there, everybody. Make sure you stretch before you're doing all that extra shoveling. And coming up, you guys, oh man, this is, see, I think I know why Sid took the day off. Toronto visionaries behind the latest food craze on TikTok, hot dog jello, which you tried and you enjoyed.
Yeah, they're from Toronto.
And yeah, Jane and Emma, so Jane Brain, they're coming in. And we're going to eat that today?
Well, we're going to see how it's properly done, but we're going to make a new recipe. This is what they do. This is what they do. So
get your so many questions.
Well, I told you I'd be hungry.
You're ready for it.
I'm ready for it.
That's at 8:18. Get ready for it. Get your appetite ready. We'll be back with more BT.